Hi, everyone. It's Amy here at Free Advice Friday. Let's see. I am thrilled to have you all here. I am running this live on my Zoom webinar, as well as running it on Free Advice Friday is also on Facebook Live. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook, just know that I've got another monitor going over here, and I'm going to make sure that I check your questions as I do that. And for those of you who have joined me here in the Zoom, I want all of you to know that if you go to newshelves.com/FAF, for those of you who are watching on Facebook, but you'd like to ask me questions and participate here live, I would absolutely love to have you join me. Just go to newshelves.com/FAF, click on the big red button, and it will bring you right to the page where you can sign up and you can join us here live every Friday. All right, Wendy, it's good to see you again. I love seeing you here every week. Susan, John, Annette, welcome. Carrie has done a fantastic job the last couple of weeks taking care of Free Advice Friday, but she's down in Virginia today, and so you guys are stuck with me. I have a number of questions that people have been asking, and I will get right to them. But before I do, I wanted to just mention that if any of you guys have questions for the next half an hour or so, just type them into the Q&A box. If you're on Zoom, if you're on the webinar, just type them into the Q&A box. I'm happy to answer them. And if you're watching me on Facebook, just put them into the comments, and I would be happy to answer your questions. All right. So Wendy wrote a question this morning, and I thought I had answered her, but Wendy, I'm going to answer it live just to be clear. Wendy saw me this week teach a class on library marketing. The Real Fast Library Marketing guy, Daniel Hall, he has brought me on, and for the last few years, I have been teaching a class for him under Real Fast Library Marketing. And she was watching the webinar. She already bought Real Fast Library Marketing about 3 years ago. And she wanted to know because we've updated everything. She wanted to know if she needed to repurchase it. Wendy, no. Thank you for asking, but you get lifetime membership. That one-time purchase is for life. So the new databases, the new videos, it's all for you. Let's see, my mom is texting. Want to make sure she's not telling me something like, that I've got eye shows. So you have a lifetime of membership there. Just go log in like you always have. If you haven't logged in for a while, email me and I'll get you in. It is no big deal. So that's the advice there. For those of you who want to see, I've got about an hour-long class on everything that's new in 2019 for the library market. Go to realfastlibrarymarketing.com/2019. realfastlibrarymarketing.com/2019. If you're watching this as a replay on YouTube or on Facebook, I'll have it in the comments below. But for the next few days, we're offering that class. It's totally free to watch. realfastlibrarymarketing.com/2019. It's an hour-long class on what's happening in libraries this year. And you're more than welcome to watch it, anyone. And Wendy, of course you don't need to repay for the class. You're in for life. All right. Leah had sent some questions over that I want to answer, and then I do see we've got a question going already through Zoom, a couple of them. So for any of you who have questions, please go into the Q&A. I'd love it too if those of you who have access to the computer, if you'd be willing to just say hi either on Facebook or here in Zoom. Just let me know you can hear me okay, and that you may not have questions. I'm totally cool with that, but I want to make sure everything's working great. So Leah sent an email. She's in the process of republishing her first book, and the proof is ready for approval, and I had said some things that was making her a little fuzzy, so I wanted to make sure I was clear. She has a print-on-demand copy of her book, but there are questions in it, and there are sections in the back of every chapter that encourage the person to write in them. And she was confused, or she was wondering about something I'd said. She wanted to know if brick and mortar bookstores care if the books can be written in. See, I have told you guys for years that libraries don't want consumable books. They don't want coloring books. They don't want journals. They don't want books that people can write in. The reason why is it's a library, and once a person fills out a page, it's useless to everyone else. But Lee, let me be very clear. Brick and mortar and online, but brick and mortar bookstores are fine with journals, with coloring books. They sell tons of them. They sell tons of self-help books where you have to answer questions in the back. A brick store absolutely is fine with, and I would encourage you to sell your book into as many bookstores, gift stores as you can. She was also asking about brick and mortar stores requiring price-specific barcodes. That is still true. There are a number of bookstores, especially Barnes and Noble, but even a lot of the independents now, they will, I'm not saying that they require it, but you will really do yourself a disservice if you don't have a price-specific barcode on the back of your book, because to Barnes and Noble and a number of bookstores, it leaves them open to some financial shenanigans. If they buy a book for $10 and then you raise the price $2, do they have to pay extra? What if you drop the price to $8 2 months later and they've got a $10 book on their shelf? They like a price-specific barcode because it gives them a strong idea of exactly what they bought the book for and what the book is being sold for. It's just good business practice. I don't want you guys moving the prices of your books around up and down. It makes absolutely no sense. So as well, in the fast and loose world outside of the retail environment, if you want to move your book up and down a few dollars or even $5, there's no problem. If you're selling it from the back of the room of your speaking engagement, or if you're selling it on your own website, no harm, no foul. But when you decide that you're going to get into the retail environment, the library environment, the bookstore, the Costco, the airport stores, then it's time to take a deep breath and commit to a retail price and hold it there. You can't be moving stuff around once you're in the retail world. That's just not good business practice. So Amazon, and for those of you who use KDP, you will find out, if you haven't yet, that Amazon and KDP with print on demand, they refuse to put a print on demand book up through the KDP system with a price specific barcode. Because what they were finding is the opposite. So many people were changing the prices around, and if they got stuck with a price-specific barcode, they too, just like the bookstores, were stuck with books that didn't have the right price on them. So they have said they're not going to allow price-specific barcodes. I get that. That's why I always recommend that you use KDP for Amazon, KDP for Amazon, and you use Ingram Spark for the bookstore, retail, library market. Ingram has a fantastic deal going right now. They work with Target and Costco and all the big guys, as well as Barnes and Noble, and even to some extent Books A Million still, even though Books A Million has their own wholesaler. So that is, so you do need to create more than one file with the same ISBN, one for KDP and one for Ingram Spark. All right. Let's see if there's any other questions going on here. Let's see. Let me get to the... all right, we have a couple questions. Let's see if I've got any here. I don't see any in Facebook, but I will answer the ones from Zoom. Wendy is asking, she's got her ebook up only through Ingram Spark at the moment. It says she wants to know if she should have her ebook available only in Ingram Spark or Draft to Digital, or can she have it in both? Because to her, it sounds like Draft to Digital trumps Ingram for the ebook. There's no reason why you couldn't make it available to both elements, but I don't know why you would want to. Your ebook through Ingram Spark is a great idea. I love Ingram Spark. But Draft to Digital has broader distribution. Draft to Digital gets you into so many places that Ingram Spark can't. Most of them are on their way with Ingram Spark, but Draft to Digital is already there. Draft to Digital has an agreement with Baker and Taylor to get you into the library market through their ebook division, which is huge. Overdrive, which is enormous. It gives you the opportunity to get in through Overdrive. Those aren't available through Ingram Spark. In addition, Draft to Digital only wants 10% discount off the retail price of your book to distribute your ebook everywhere. Ingram Spark wants a little bit more than that. So you make more money through draft to digital. So that is I would, if it were me, and I love Ingram Spark, but I would focus on Ingram Spark at the moment, just for your paper book, and put your ebook in through draft to digital. Wendy's also asking about my bookstore training. Wendy, absolutely. You don't need to pay again. I got you covered. Just drop me an email. You guys know you can always reach me at info@newshelves.com, info@newshelves.com. Drop me an email. I've got you covered. I'll take care of you. I promise. You're in good shape. Susan is saying she thought that you have to have a different ISBN for the print book and the ebook and Kindle. That's true. So apparently I wasn't clear. Sometimes on Fridays I get talking too fast. You do need one ISBN for your ebook and another one for your print book. What I was trying to say is that when you're putting your book up, print on demand through the paper book, through Ingram Spark, and through KDP for Amazon. KDP is Amazon, Ingram Spark is bookstores. You want to use the same ISBN for your print book in both venues. You just want to use that same ISBN for the print book. You do need a different ISBN for your ebook. You need another ISBN for your audiobook. Susan, you're absolutely right. Susan is asking how a series works on Amazon and what the advantages are. She's working on a 3-book series, and now she hears it's 4 books before you get some kind of advantage. Susan, I'm so sorry. I will admit to you, I don't know what sort of advantage you're talking about. Are you talking about before you get marketing lift or before people start to pay attention to you? Because that isn't just on Amazon. That's everywhere. I am hearing the same thing from all of my editor and agent friends, that once a series, whether it's a romance series or a historical series or a sci-fi series or a fantasy series, that once an author has 3 or 4 books in the pipeline, their readership picks up considerably. There's a number of people who will try a new author, but they won't really stick with the author until they see they have a number of books. They like to dig in with an author that seems to be prolific. Other readers, that's not the case. But Susan, I'm so sorry. I'm happy to answer your question, but can I have a few more words? How does a series work on Amazon? I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about print on demand? I apologize. I'm a little fuzzy on what you mean, but I'm happy to answer. Type in the question again, and I will happily answer your question. Robert, I also say hi. He's republishing to Ingram Spark his first 3 of a 5-novel series. He's working on the 4th and 5th now. The sales objectives are to use the libraries. Okay, and depending on whether to wait until the 5, okay. He wants to know whether he should wait until all 5 novels are up on Ingram Spark before pushing the libraries, or should he start now? Does he just offer 1? Does he offer all 3? Primary question, when do you start selling to libraries? If you have a book out now, if that book is listed in Bowker and Books in Print, which is what Bowker does, Books in Print, and if you have an ISBN and you're ready to go and the book exists, even if it's just on Amazon, you should start selling to libraries. If 3 books exist right now and they're all out there, may I strongly recommend that you pitch all 3 books to the libraries. Let them know that you've got 3 books out of an ongoing series. Don't tell them it'll be 5 books. Just say it's an ongoing series, because you don't know. Robert, I mean, there are so many people who think they know. They plan out. They're not pantsers. They plan everything out. But then all of a sudden 2 more novellas pop up or whatever. You don't want to lock yourself in. Start selling now. Tell them about your latest book, yes, but also tell them about all the books in your series. I think it's fantastic that you're going to hit the libraries, fiction writers in particular. Libraries are exactly where you want to go, and I would not wait. I would not wait at all. Let's see. I'm hitting done. See if there's other questions for Robert. Apparently I answered Robert's question, so good. Good. That is how I would handle it. More questions. Let's see. Annette published a novel in 2013 using Lightning Source, which, guys, Lightning Source is also owned by Ingram. Ingram Spark is just the self-published arm of Lightning Source. Lightning Source is a print-on-demand company it's how Ingram Spark got started, but it's the same systems. With 63 reviews on Amazon lately, she's noticed that her book does not show up in their search engines. And yes, you're right, Annette. A lot of people are noticing that Lightning Source books are not showing up on Amazon. And she has to type in her author name and more than just the title. And she wants to know if that's because she's not going through KDP. Amazon has also discounted the book by 80%. She's got a Kindle book edition. She's got an audiobook edition. Annette, you're not alone. A lot of people are seeing that if their print book is only available through Ingram Spark, they are being significantly buried on Amazon. Amazon they'll tell you they're not, but I can only tell you what I see. And what I see is they are strongly encouraging authors and publishers to use KDP to the extent that in many cases, they won't even let you put your book up on KDP with the same ISBN if it's up through Lightning Source. I would recommend, and Annette, I don't know you that well. I know who you are, and I'm very impressed by what you're doing, but there's no harm to putting your book up on KDP as well. Getting your book up on KDP and using the KDP system for Amazon is definitely, in almost all cases, a very safe, easy, and profitable way to go for this reason. The discount that you get from them and the printing prices will probably make you more money. Actually, not probably. They will make you more money. For everyone who buys your book on Amazon, you will make more money through KDP than you did through Ingram Spark / Lightning Source. You'll make more money per unit. There's no harm. Ingram Spark, Robin and her crew at Ingram and the Lightning Source folks, they love Amazon. There's no harm, no foul. Do both is what I would recommend. If, and this is a big if, there were some problems being reported that KDP was not letting Lightning Source vended ISBNs onto their system, but I believe that is over. Just go to KDP, try and upload your book through your KDP system. And then make sure that you've got the listing in your Author Central account. You should be very golden. There should be no problems. Don't worry about that 80% discount. That is not Amazon doing that. That's a third-party vendor. Amazon is promoting it. They're showing it. But they're not the ones selling the book at an 80% discount. If you click on who's actually selling it, you'll see it's a third-party vendor selling it cheap. All right. Well, you guys are awful quiet today. I do not see any comments here on Facebook, nor do I see any more questions in the Q&A in the list. So, guys, keep asking questions. There's a lot of you on today. Susan was asking about promoting the books together as a series on Amazon. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Sorry, Susan, it's really early on Friday, and I'm not that bright even on the best of days. If you've got 3, 4, 5 books and you're promoting them on Amazon, you can promote them together. But what we have found, especially if you're going to run AMS ads, what we have found is that you will get more lift from your SEO work on Amazon and your ad work on Amazon if you promote one book at a time. There is no reason to wait. Amazon will not promote your series any more aggressively than they'll promote an individual book. What they promote is books that are successful. And if you have one book that's successful or a series that's successful, you will see a lift in the attention on Amazon that you're getting. But there's no reason to wait or to think that you need to not promote your book or to do AMS ads or any of that until after you have a certain number of books out. You will see more sales when you have more books. That's just how it works. And you can use your different books to cross-promote and to find new readers and to connect with other authors in your community. But Amazon, you can choose to promote all your books together. Amazon will definitely list people who bought Susan Overend's book, blah, 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 also bought, and they'll list all your books in the series, but they won't promote them anymore aggressively by some magic number because you hit 4 versus 3. I have not heard that, and I have been poking around in that quite a bit. I will tell you that what Carrie and I have found is that depending on your category, your series may get buried a little bit if it's in a category that Amazon is heavily publishing into. Amazon has their own publishing imprints, and they do a fantastic job. They're one of the largest publishers in the world, but they're under the radar because they publish, under different names. They have 19 or 20 different imprints at this point. So if you're publishing into a category that Amazon is publishing into, your book might find itself underneath all the books that Amazon is publishing in that same category because they want to promote their own books first. So take a look and see what categories you're publishing in and compare it to what you see on Amazon that they're publishing as well. All right. Got a question here from Brian asking about Christmas promotion. Wants to know whether or not it's a good idea to start that now, which is really funny because I just published a blog on this. If you go to newshelves.com/blog, you will see that my latest blog, I have linked for all of you guys. I have put together all of the American Bookseller Association catalog links. For those of you who are unaware, and so Brian, I really appreciate this question. It's very timely. For those of you who have books that you want to get out into the holiday season that are perfect for gift giving for holiday. Now, when I say perfect, everyone thinks their book is the perfect gift, but that doesn't mean that's what the industry thinks. A heartwarming, funny, humor book about parenthood is fantastic for Christmas. A heartrending, incredibly poignant memoir about child abuse is not a great gift for Christmas, no matter how needed it is or how wonderfully it's written. Pay attention to your genre. A bodice-ripping, bosom-heaving novel, romance novel, is probably not great Christmas fodder. But if your mother adores warm and cozy mysteries, that's great. So if you really want to focus your book this holiday winter season in the gift-giving guides, I have put a list to all of them. I get nothing for listing them, guys. I just thought it would be helpful. Go to newshelves.com/blog. My most recent blog has a list of the American Bookseller Association winter catalogs. What they do is they print tens or even hundreds of thousands of these catalogs with a list of books in them. Get a little snippet, little picture of your cover and a little snippet about your book, and it shows up in these suggested holiday gift-giving catalogs, and they sit on the counter of thousands of independent bookstores all over the country. But the deadline for a lot of these is coming up. In some of them, the deadline is like June 1st. You only have a week or two left to decide if you want to do this. So for those of you who are focusing on summer and on back to school, that's adorable. And I love that. And you should do that. But the rest of you should be focusing on Christmas. You should be focusing on the winter holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. It is not too soon. Matter of fact, in some cases, it's almost too late. So if you want to get your book into Target or the airport stores, now is the time to be sent. Now, like not tomorrow. Today is the day to send your book into those large chains and to be considered for the holiday displays. And if you want to be marketed in catalogs and gift baskets, and if you want to be touted as the perfect gift in magazines, you should be sending copies of your books out and signing up for advertising for the holidays right now. Go to my blog, take a look at the list. It's a great place to start. Annette says she's found a few typos in her ebook, but she can't contact the designer and she's not sure she has it in InDesign. Does she have to create the ebook again and upload it? No, you don't. Annette, this happens all the time. If you can't contact the designer, but you have the Mobi file and the EPUB file, you can send that to another ebook designer. And that ebook designer will be able to make the corrections, no problem. I use Sumi Goswami. I'm going to type her name right now into the chat box here on Zoom. And she is Sumi Goswami. She is amazing. I highly recommend that you use her. And let me give you her email address. I'm not going to say it out loud on video. But for any of you who are interested in Sumi's email address, and if you're watching this on a replay, Sumi is very inexpensive. She makes these corrections for me all the time. She's fabulous. Just email me at info@newshelves.com. I'll happily send you her contact information. Again, I get nothing for suggesting her. I just like her. That's how I work. But Annette, if you send me an email, I'll introduce you and Sumi. She can make those corrections real quick. You will need to re-upload the corrected file to draft to digital and all those places, but you will not lose your reviews. Nobody will even notice. All that will happen is very quietly in about 3 hours, the new file will replace the old file and you'll be good to go. All right, let's see who is, I was hoping somebody was asking a question on text, but they're not. All right. Now, Susan is saying I confused her. I'm not surprised. Let me try this again. Ingram KDP relationship. You said that the print book goes through Ingram and then put Amazon KDP with the same ISBN. But you're saying nonfiction print book. Yes, KDP is no longer just ebooks, guys. KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing now, used to be something else, but Kindle Direct Publishing, which used to be called CreateSpace, does print books. So if you put your print book through Amazon KDP with your ISBN, and you take that exact same file and slap a price-specific barcode on it, replace the barcode that you gave to KDP with a price-specific barcode, and give that exact same file, but the only change being the new barcode, with the same ISBN to Ingram Spark, you will be able to upload the same ISBN and the same file to both venues. It's a little like selling if you're selling eggs, it's a little like selling eggs to McDonald's and to Burger King. They're competitors, but they both need your eggs. So you can sell to both. And then you said, or you thought that I said, that Amazon may not promote it or list it. That is true. Sometimes in the past, there's been a glitch in the system, and KDP will not list a book that has already been listed at Ingram Spark, which is why I always recommend that you upload your ISBN and your book to KDP first, just to be safe. But that's a glitch in the system. It's not. It's something that happened for a couple weeks. I believe that's over. So when you publish your book on Amazon through KDP and then publish your book to the bookstore market through Ingram Spark, and then you upload them. The next question Susan has, to get distribution and go through Amazon, upload it to KDP and let them be the publisher and use their No, you don't want to ever use a KDP, what used to be called CreateSpace ISBN. You need to buy your own ISBNs, guys. Please don't use an ISBN given to you for free or heavily discounted from a third party. Go right to myidentifiers.com. Here, let me type that into the chat box, myidentifiers.com, and use their ISBN for print books, for ebooks. Please do not use an Amazon generated from any version ASIN number, which is Amazon's standard information number, or I think that's what it stands for, which in essence is just an ISBN, a 10-digit ISBN. They're changing those back. So go to myidentifiers.com, buy your own ISBNs, and assign one ISBN for the print book, one ISBN, if you've got a hardcover, one ISBN for the hardcover, one ISBN for the paperback, another ISBN for the ebook, a fourth ISBN to the audiobook. If you want two different ISBNs, one for the Kindle and one for the EPUB, I'm fine with that. I have no opinion at this point, but that may, and for those of you like Susan who's asking about draft to digital, and it's draft, the number 2, draft 2 digital, numeral 2.com. Yes, you should be again, these are not publishers. You're not publishing your book on these places. You are distributing your book through them. You are the publisher, or you have a publisher. The book is published when it's created. You are distributing your book through Ingram Spark. You are distributing your book through KDP. On Ingram Spark, it's the print book. On KDP, it's the print book and the ebook through Amazon. And you are distributing your book to the rest of the ebook market your ebook and your EPUB and everything. You're distributing the rest of it to draft to digital. And yes, you can use the same ISBN. All right. Susan did buy the 10 ISBNs from Bowker. Another little tidbit. I'm just gonna throw this out to you guys. When you go to myidentifiers.com, they're going to ask if you want to buy a copyright listing. Are you going to want to buy a barcode? No. I have yet to meet an author where that's really necessary. You can file your own copyright for free. Don't pay someone to do it. Honest to God, it's super easy. If you want to know how, go to my blog. I've got an article. It's really simple. It's super easy. But the other thing is you don't need to pay for a barcode. You can generate a price-specific barcode or a non-price-specific barcode simply by using a free tool that Ingram Spark offers you. If you go to ingramspark.com and go up to their tools section, it will say cover generator. Click on that and they will generate a barcode for you. I please do not pay $25 or $50 for a barcode. You can get your own for free using Ingram Spark. And yes, the Ingram Spark barcodes are compliant internationally. They have all the most updated rules covered. They're not a fly-by-night organization. You can trust their barcodes. All right. I do not see any other questions, and we're at 10:30. That is it. That is this week's Free Advice Friday. I will be back here next Friday. I'm going to be on the road for the next few days doing an audiobook and some recording down in Nashville, but I am around on email. You can always reach us at info at newshelves.com. Please sign up to join us on Free Advice Friday here live by going to newshelves.com/FAF. And you can watch this as a replay to your heart's content on my YouTube channel or here on Facebook. It's great seeing you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.